The day he saw his mother kneeling on the cold pavement, scrubbing someone else's mess with her bare hands, something inside him shattered forever. The world did not slow down for his shame, and the crowd did not notice his silent panic, but his heart knew that this moment would follow him for the rest of his life. He turned his face away, pretending he did not know her, pretending she was invisible, pretending he was not the boy who once held her hand to cross the street. Before the story goes any further, take a moment here. If you believe in kindness, in second chances, and in the quiet strength of love that often goes unseen, please like this video, share it with someone who needs hope, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel. Stories like this live because people like you believe they matter. He grew up in a small, crowded neighborhood where survival mattered more than pride. His mother raised him alone after his father disappeared when he was still learning how to read. She worked every job she could find, cleaning offices before sunrise, washing dishes until her fingers cracked, and mopping floors long after others had gone home. Her clothes were always faded, her shoes always worn thin, and her back slowly bent under the weight of years spent serving people who rarely noticed her. To him, she was once everything. To the world, she was nothing more than background noise. As he grew older, the gap between who he wanted to be and where he came from became painfully clear. School exposed him to polished shoes, confident parents, and classmates who spoke proudly of family businesses and vacations. His mother could barely attend meetings because she was always working. When she did show up, her tired face and simple clothes made him shrink inside himself. He started walking a few steps ahead of her in public, then farther, then not at all. Shame crept in quietly, convincing him that love was something to be hidden. The more he succeeded, the more he tried to erase her from the picture of his future. He studied harder, dreamed bigger, and told himself that once he escaped poverty, everything would be fine. Yet every success came with guilt. His mother celebrated his achievements with eyes full of pride, unaware that her joy made him uncomfortable. He convinced himself that distancing was necessary, that this was the price of ambition. Deep down, he feared that her presence would expose where he came from. The day everything changed arrived without warning. He had just received recognition for his work, the kind that finally made people notice him. As he walked through the city, feeling taller than ever, he spotted a familiar figure near a restaurant entrance. His mother was there, cleaning the sidewalk after a spill, her knees pressed against the ground, her hands moving quickly as people stepped around her. Laughter floated in the air, no one stopped, no one helped, and there she was, small, tired, and alone. Panic rushed through him. He felt exposed, as if the universe was testing him. He walked past her, heart pounding, telling himself it was only for a moment. That moment stretched into eternity. As he turned the corner, something heavy settled in his chest. The image of her hands, rough and trembling, refused to leave his mind. For the first time, he did not feel embarrassment. He felt loss. That night, memories flooded him. He remembered the nights she skipped meals so he could eat, the way she stayed awake when he was sick, the sacrifices she never spoke about. He realized that every opportunity he had was built on her exhaustion, her silence, her love. Shame transformed into regret, and regret into an ache that would not fade. Days passed, and he began to see the world differently. He noticed the invisible people, the cleaners, the workers, the mothers who carried entire families on their backs. He saw his mother in all of them. When he finally went to see her, he noticed how much older she looked, how time had taken more than he ever acknowledged. The distance he created suddenly felt cruel. He started showing up, not with grand gestures but with presence. He walked beside her instead of ahead. He listened, he learned. Each small act felt like a step toward healing, though he knew he could never erase the pain he caused. His success began to mean something different. It was no longer about escaping his past, but honoring it. Life tested him again when his mother fell ill. Hospital rooms have a way of stripping life down to what truly matters. Sitting beside her bed, watching her breathe softly, he understood how close he had come to losing her without ever truly seeing her. The fear of regret became unbearable. He promised himself that if she recovered, he would never again hide his love. She survived, but the experience changed him forever. He became an advocate for dignity, using his voice to uplift those society ignored. He spoke of hard work, of sacrifice, and of the quiet heroes who clean the world while others chase dreams. Every word carried the weight of his mother's story. Near the end of this story, take a moment to reflect. If this journey has touched your heart, if it has reminded you of someone you love or someone you once overlooked, please like this video, share it, and let us know in the comments. Your engagement helps stories like this reach others who need to hear them. And before the ending, here is a special request. Comment the word respect. If you believe every parent's sacrifice deserves recognition, no matter how small it may seem. Years later, when people praised him for his character, he knew the truth. Everything good in him came from the woman he once tried to hide. Standing beside her, hand in hand, he felt no shame, only gratitude. He learned too late that love should never be postponed, but he learned in time to live differently. And that day on the pavement, the day he was ashamed, became the day he was finally awakened.